Calling you a radical. Let's go back to the first grade, kiddies. So this is the fraud of the biology world. So Oregon is emergency closed, says lack of numbers, blah, blah. So they go interview a so-called biologist. These biologists who claim they're biologists need to be put in jail. Oregon State, Oregon, all of them. Because it's unarguable data. Now, Kevin Blanch first hypothesized that the salmon acutely started to die in the sea post the meltdowns of Fukushima. Breaking news, fish swim. Breaking news, jet streams. Remember the bridge from Fukushima, Japan? On day 6, landed here at Gold Beach. Salmon live here. So he's saying, well, we need to cool the rivers. We need to blah, blah, blah. This guy should be put in jail. He should be put in handcuffs, all of them. When it's unarguable data now. I mean, I hypothesized it. It's unarguable. They're dying at sea. He doesn't know. They still won't mention the F word. I'm a butcher, what's a cow? I'm a baker, what's a cake? I'm a marine biologist at University of Oregon, Oregon State, at Stanford, at Cal Berkeley, at San Diego State, at Weber State. I'm a scientist. You belong in prison. No, you're not. You're not a biologist. Kevin Blanch is the biologist who does the work. I hypothesize these meltdowns are lying. They're going to push them into the ocean. It's going to cause a freaking chain reaction. It's going to kill off the plankton. First thing will go with the starfish, did they? The smoking gun is the salmon. We count salmon all the way from the Kenai all the way down. Kenai, Fraser, the mighty Columbia. Deschutes, the Willamette, damn it. The Umpqua, which he's talking about. How about the two right here? The Jedediah Smith and the Klamath are right next to each other. Klamath has dams, Jedediah Smith doesn't. They're in symphony with each other. So steelhead salmon don't live here. They come home here, Idaho, Oregon, Washington. Steelhead or trout or salmon, hello. They live here. They live in the ocean for 1 year. 1 year. They come back. They're called half-pounders. Then they go back again for another. I says they will start to collapse immediately in 2012. I says the Chinook salmon will not collapse until 2016. That'll be your smoking gun. Will you believe me? Now remember, these were record returns in 2008, 2009, 2010, 2011. 2000 still had collapsed, just like I said. I says first the starfish will go. Starfish collapse, just like I said. Oh, wasting disease. It'll cause a heat bubble over the western United States. Look it up. Just the greatest drought in 1,200 years. Look it up. The heat bubble, which I'm the guy that named it. The Great Western North American Heat Dome. That's exactly what it is. I'm the guy that named it. Before it happened. Did it happen? Yeah, look it up. 2011. So Chinook won't collapse till 2015. Record returns. Everybody's laughing at me. I saw the returns. Why do you think the orcas have moved here and trying to eat whales? There shouldn't be orca. And by the way, that whale that washed up, I'm there. I watched that whale the whole time. That juvenile, when he washed up of starvation. I will sit and watch NOAA slice it. I have videos of them pulling their fraudulent stunt. Why would whales be in San Diego? Why would orcas be in Monterey Bay? Why would they eat Chinook salmon and sills in the mouth of the Columbia? The sills have collapsed. Chinook salmon have collapsed. So they're after whatever they can get. The grays are getting ready to start moving. Not yet. They'll be starting. Well, in Oregon, they're moving right now. So the Chinook will collapse in 2016. Will you believe me there? Off a cliff? Oh, did they? It's a smoking gun. On every said river is in symphony with each other. I mean, just epic radical collapse between 95 and 99%. This fraud has the nerve to say the river's too hot. It's bullshit. Total lies. Those are lies. It's fraud. Now, I talked to a friend who's a bigwig at Oregon, at Washington fishing game. Now, you can look it up. In 2015, when this catastrophe was coming, they were having orgies. The head of the Washington Fish and Game is in prison for rape. Yeah, that's right. Look it up for another fish cop. ODFW, I've held them feet to the fire. Army Corps engineers classified Kevin Blanch? What? The live cam's been off the Columbia now for 8 years? Well, 7 years. I'm like, when they were dancing doing videos. I used to call him all the time. Says, I'll send you up a GoPro. A guy inside sent me an email. Says, look at this. Kevin Blanch, classified, Army Corps engineers. So scientists are mystified. They're baffled. They're stumped. They're perplexed. They're curious. That's fraud. We don't do coincidence in science. So you can run regression. And if you run regression, we unarguably know that there was an outlier. What's an outlier? So, we have enough data. We have 12 years of data. you can run regressionary models. If you run the regressionary models, you can see that if you run the regressionary models, you can see there's an outlier, a massive outlier on the well data. I'm the first guy who says the wells will be the next. Remember, our Army's the one that counted all those dead wells. You ignore my work because you're going with the golden handcuffs. They're not biologists. These marine biologists have showed their, well, academia is a fraud in the science. They've showed their colors. They've been captured by the nuclear energy crime syndicate. I mean, you won't say that I'm a butcher, what's a cow? I'm a baker, what's a cake? I'm a Weber State football player. Who's Rashid Shaheed? So it's an argument they're dying to see. Everybody used to laugh at me. They're not laughing at me anymore. This is the greatest PhD in human history Kevin Blanch has done. And you want to ignore my work? Me and Semmelweis? Oh, I'm the real biologist. I've done the work. So again, the meltdowns happened here, not here. They happened on the Pacific side, right here. The Japanese current runs right here. It splits right here, right about Eugene, Oregon. Circles up into Bristol Bay. This comes down. It's called the California current. We were picking up cesium 137 in salmon in 2011 before I got cancer. What a battle it's been, right there. So I want to ask you, oh, they just started dumping? You're going to fall for that? Then how did the cesium 137, 18,000 becquerels, get into the bay right there in May of 2023? They didn't officially start dumping until August of 23, the treated water. It's a red herring. It's the greatest red herring in history. How did 40 kilometers off in 2011, the KOK study, the abusers' names on 1,000 times the background levels of cesium-137, which only comes from of strontium, of all the culprits, americio, which I named plutonium, plutonium, all of them. In their conclusion, I'm the guy that leaked that in, it's out there now, said, in conclusion, we believe, this is in June of 2011, we believe that the derivatives, the radioisotope derivatives from the Fukushima disaster, they call it, that crippled like 9/11, is already into the water column. What is the water column? The current, the Japanese current. There's no stopping it. Okay, how about, let's go 2022. They caught fish here. 1,400 becquerels of cesium-130. You eat that thing, I'm telling you. I mean, we're talking 18,000 becquerels of cesium-137 is 180 times over the raised legal limits. And they bring it into the U.S. Breaking news, fish swim. Breaking news. Jack Hell. I mean, are we really going to fall for this when they can cover up 3 full meltdowns and this biologist is saying, I'm a biologist? Doesn't mention when we know the salmon he's talking about, the very salmon he's talking about, he belongs in handcuffs, are dying to see. All these biologists, they're not biologists. Kevin Blanch, now there's the biologist. Let's go with that left, Jerry. Not so easy. Why is Kevin Blanch? Why Rashid got a touchdown in front of his family yesterday here? He used to stay right here. Why is Rashid got such great hands? Well, that's easy. You watch Kevin Blanch flip that soup can fighting cancer for 12 years. So you can go along with the Dog and Pony Show all you want. I don't do theoretical. I'm not a theoretical. I don't do theoretical. I hypothesized it first. Then I got to work and I did the work. So they're going to tell you the 4th round in dumping. The whole Fukushima treated water catching in the tank dumping is a red herring. And if you don't know what, literally, a mutated red herring. I mean, what a name, right? It's the greatest red herring in history. I mean, where's the course? 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 You continue to ignore. You know, Happy New Year to everybody. Happy New Year. Where's the course? Happy New Year. Happy New Year. Where's the course? Merry Christmas. They roll out every single nuclear propagandist. Ho, 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 ho. So Meltdowns happened here, not on this side. They happened on this side, on the Pacific side, right there. 3 full core meltdowns. They never found the cores, as I named Delmar Argentina syndrome. Why? There's Delmar Argentina down the stretch. And you cannot say anymore. You cannot call this epic collapse of the Great Pacific Genocide, as I named in March of 2011. I says, they're lying. There's a full-blown out meltdowns. They're pushing it into the fucking ocean the whole time, the energy, and they're going to freaking circle the wagons. The media, they're going to classify, they're going to do every dirty trick in the world, down to the point where they're attacking Kevin Blanch while I'm in critical condition, fight for my life. And just think about this. The fact that this happened on March 11th, okay? Did you know the Spanish flu, first known documented case in Kansas? Of course, he had been in Europe fighting in the trenches. They were using biological. Did you know the first known case of that pandemic was declared on March 11th, 1918? Did you know the pandemic of 2020 was declared on March 11th? You cannot make up March 11th, March 11th, March 11th. I used to call this, Chernobyl, Fukushima, TikTok, Diablo Canyon, the nuclear you-know-what. Talk about a trifecta. But that's from the bottom up, because we go Chernobyl, 3rd place. Fukushima is 1st place now, but I think he might get caught on the wire by Diablo. Let's bail him out. So you can ignore my work all you want. I really don't give a fuck. The fact that I go into the bone marrow transplant on 11/11/11, given it 2 months to live. I've had open heart surgery. I mean, the fact that I did all this is the greatest PhD in human history. This goes clear back to Semmelweis with his germ theory. Maybe you can beat me up. Well, you already have beat me up. I mean, they've done every dirty trick when they can literally hire teams of trolls. And they've admitted, anybody using the term Fukushima meltdowns, Google was going after. Internet kettling, freaking hiring teams of trolls to literally attack me. Calling me every name in the book. Their Facebook page, YouTube sites, everything. I mean, just slander viciously. It almost got me killed. While I'm in critical conditions. Felony and all that. Not to mention my work taking down New Skill in Utah. Not to mention taking Blue Castle. Not to mention taking down Sinanofree. Not to mention all my work in Vienna at the Blanch Box. I mean, historic. What do I get for it? Kicked in the teeth. Literally. I got my chest split open. Where's your crown? They're dying at sea. These criminal derelicts. Stay in tuned.